UKIP's neither really left-wing or right-wing. Instead, it taps into an emotional feeling among the British public that the political and economic elites of Britain aren't working for them. They feel very distinct from, very detached from the political life of the country. And UKIP represents that anger. It had such an impact because it managed to characterise the three main parties, so the Conservatives, Labour and the Liberal Democrats, as all the same, and as representatives of an unsatisfactory status quo. The fact that UKIP doesn't really have any policies and is really dominated by one character, the leader, Nigel Farage, allowed it to seem sort of separate from the rest of the political establishment, and that was reflected by its good result in the election last week. I think it takes the result as a sign that it needs to concentrate heavily on immigration. UKIP started off as an anti-European Union party, but it's become most known for its tough line on immigration in particular. So I think David Cameron is moving to tighten up, yet further tighten policies and rhetoric on immigration. He's also trying to respond in various ways to the sense of attachment that drives support from UKIP. So he's going around the country with his ministers, meeting voters, trying to show that he's in touch with them, and he'll keep doing that between now and our general election next year. I think increasingly likely. It's hard to put odds on it. They're somewhere around 50%, I think, at the moment. And it depends a bit on various factors, two in particular. The first is what happens with the Commission presidency. If Jean-Claude Juncker becomes president of the Commission, which looks certainly possible at the moment, I think it will make Britain's exit much more likely. Juncker is a federalist, certainly by British standards, and I think has not shown a great deal of willingness to try and keep Britain on side, which is why David Cameron's been lobbying very hard for him not to get that job. But if he does, I think Britain's chances of leaving are much greater. The second factor is who wins the general election next year. The Conservatives said that if they win, they will absolutely hold a referendum on Britain's possible departure by 2017. And I think that there's a good chance that they would lose that referendum and Britain would leave. The Labour Party, which is the main opposition party, has not made such a commitment. It says that it wants to have a referendum at some point in the future, but has not committed to holding one by a particular time. So if Labour runs the next government, either on its own or in coalition, I think it'll become much less likely that it will be. So it depends on the Commission presidency, the outcome of next year's election.